right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back after an extended break from the Real Talk Ravens podcast. We're happy to be back and talking some Ravens football.
Yes, just like the players, we are finally starting to come back.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily a planned hiatus. Just a couple things happened in both of our lives that needed attending to, so here we are.
And there's no better time to get back into this with the draft coming up. We've got, this is really the biggest week of the offseason in my book. And then, we didn't really make a whole lot of noise in free agency. It was pretty much just, re-signing some guys. Big one was Matabike, re-signing Nelson Aguilar. And then obviously the big signing that wasn't a re-signing was King Henry.
Yeah.
But we lost a lot of guys. Lost a lot of pieces.
Well, I try not to think about what we lost because, to be honest, a lot of the stuff that we lost, we have depth at. So it's not like outside of the offensive line, it's not like we have a lot to really prioritize replacing.
Orioles update. Home run. James McCann.
I'm a minute behind you. I'm about to watch it.
1-0. Top of the second. He had 2-out homer.
Yep. Left corner. All right. Sorry about that. We've been also like really into baseball this season. So
yeah, which if anyone here is Orioles fans, which hopefully most of you are, you can definitely understand that.
Yeah. All righty. All I was saying was I don't want to dwell on what we lost because outside of offensive line, we do have depth and young depth at a lot of these positions that we're going to have to play anyway. And knowing Eric DaCosta, he's going to make some smart draft picks. Whoever we end up drafting is, at least in the first through third round, one of those guys is bound to be decent, if not all of them. Just looking at the last few years. Also, I'm sure there's a late offseason signing or two coming, like we've been beating the drum of like how Jadeveon Clowney was signed in, what was it, August last year, and Kyle Van Noy in October. We could do the same thing, So
yeah,
I'm right there on that, and I'm not really too worried about what we lost on the player side.
Yeah, definitely.
Coaching was another.
So just going into this, we have 9 picks heading into Thursday night. I definitely expect that to change. I think there's a lot of talent in the middle of rounds here in this draft that we could do some trading around, trading up, trading down, things of that nature. I see us having multiple trades in this draft.
Who is your dream draft pick for the Ravens?
To be honest, I don't really know if there is at pick number 30 because I just don't see anyone sliding to us that's like a Joe Alt or someone like that we really need at tackle. I mean, there's not a whole lot
Mims could make it. Mims could make it to 30.
Yeah. I don't see him as like that elite pick though, he's not someone that I'll die to have. Like last year, it was very clear for me. It was definitely Zay Flowers. I mean, I think we could go wide receiver again, but again, there's nobody that's like, unless you get like a guy like Roma Dunze or
who I think is really good.
Yeah, but I know Marvin Harrison's not falling. I know the receiver.
Well, here's the question: is there someone worth trading up for? I know Eric DaCosta probably won't do it. I'll preface with that. I know he's not going to do it. But in theory, just for the sake of fun, is there anyone who you could see being worth trading up for and maybe who we would trade with to get there?
So like the one thing that we did kind of lose is an edge rusher in Clowney, but we're also kind of developing guys at the same time. So, I mean, if a guy like Dallas Turner fell, or an offensive tackle like the guy from Washington, Faltanu, however you say his name, Faltanu, yeah, I would really see him if he fell like a couple picks. Right now, he's projected to go in like the mid-teens. If we traded up to like 20 to get him, then that would be big. And then corner-wise, the guy that I would trade up for sure is Quinyon Mitchell.
Yeah. I think that with corner, especially in this draft, I think that if we don't trade up, we're probably not picking anyone until like round 3 or 4. So
Another guy that we could trade up for that's projected to go around that pick number 20 is the edge rusher from UCLA, Latu, however you say his name.
mm,
Samoan guy. He's really good.
yeah,
I saw
yeah,
him shred my Coastal Carolina in week 1 this year.
yeah.
He had like 3
UCLA did
sacks.
a lot of that this year, though. So,
Yeah.
um,
So
so why
what we're
don't you explain
planning
to
to
everyone?
do,
Yeah,
what were you saying?
I was just going to say, why don't you explain to everyone what we're going to be doing tonight?
Right. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
So what we're going to be doing is going through some mock draft simulators. First, we are going to do a control every team, 1 round, just the first round. And then second, we're going to just control the Ravens and run rounds 1 through 7 and see how we go from there.
Lost
Sound
you there
good?
for a sec. You're frozen. Move your head or your hands or
Can you
something.
see me now?
Yep. I saw you're like delayed now.
Really? I don't notice it on
Yeah,
my
your
end.
mouth is moving. Your mouth. Okay, wait. Say something.
Can you hear me now?
Your voice comes before your mouth moves a little bit.
It might just be on your end. I think our recording should be okay because I can
Okay.
see everything pretty quickly on my end.
Okay, that's fine.
Normally
right.
when we get messed up, I can tell.
Okay.
All right, so what we are going to start with is the just first round mock draft, and we're going to throw out some trade ideas, things that are swirling around, and go through like the positional needs for each team and go from there.
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and share this. All right, so we're going to be using the Pro Football Network's mock draft simulator for this evening. And we'll go ahead and get started here. First pick, Chicago Bears on the clock. Pretty much consensus. I think everybody in the world knows who they're going to pick.
Yeah, I think Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams has to be this
his
pick.
teammates might not be loving that right now. I've heard rumors.
Potentially, yeah, definitely. There's some potential for that.
The other day, I don't know. Okay, we're number 2. We're Washington.
Because if you think Bears also have number 9 here, so they can pick another position later on.
Yeah.
And here we have Washington, New England.
Little bit of
teams
controversy
that have quarterback needs, 2 teams that have been rumored in the trade market as well. But I think Washington stands pat here and drafts a quarterback. What do you think?
I think that they also do. The question is who? Because there's been debate with Jaden Daniels. Everyone kind of thinks Jaden Daniels, but then Adam Schefter's kind of been backtracking now, kind of gaslighting people into saying that he didn't actually say that when he did. I think they're psyching themselves out of the better quarterback with Drake May. I think Drake May is better. I do. I know last year wasn't the best example, but I think knowing how the Commanders are under a new regime, they're going to be trying to make a splash, and they are the Commanders. I think they'll go with Jaden Daniels probably.
Yeah, I actually 100% agree. I've seen a lot of mock drafts showing Drake May, a lot of guys saying Jaden Daniels. I think, in my opinion, Jaden Daniels is the better quarterback, so I'm going to go Jaden Daniels.
And then at 3, I think that's exactly what the Patriots want. I think they want Drake May. I think they like him. I think he fits their system. That's what I would say. What about you?
The Patriots need a quarterback. I do know that they said Gerard Mayo, the new head coach for the Patriots, did say during the head coaches meetings that he was a little bit, on Drake May. He basically said he was very raw. So I could see this being a potential trade back situation. But I think there's also the other quarterback that they could be looking at is JJ McCarthy.
Yeah. They could be looking at JJ McCarthy.
But I think what you said is correct. I think let's go Drake May here. I think that fits their system.
Great. And this is where it gets interesting to me.
Yeah. So I think this pick right here is prime time trade. I think they're trading back because if
I'm
you look
gonna
at, I know everyone thinks they're going to just go ahead and draft Marvin Harrison Jr. He'd be the easy pick for them with them needing receivers, but with this being such a receiver-heavy class, I think it would be very smart for them in their new regime there to trade back and collect more picks.
let me offer a trade. All right. With
I think
the 13th pick, I think the Raiders are going to try and trade Hunter Renfrow, their number 1 pick this year, and a number 3 this year. To
didn't
get
Hunter
their
Renfrow
quarterback.
get released?
Did he not? Did he?
I
Oh,
thought he
fuck.
got released.
Well, then not Hunter Renfrow. I think the first and the third, and then maybe add a receiver there.
So,
or like you were saying.
I'm thinking the Vikings trade up here because if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense for them. Kirk Cousins is no longer there. And I think that the Cardinals are going to just bypass their chance for that first receiver off the board, but they're going to address it later on. So for that reason, I think that they trade back to pick number 11. So
Okay.
let's propose a trade here.
What do the Vikings offer? Because there would probably be a lot of offers from a lot of different teams, you know? You could even maybe see the Giants trying to trade up 2 spots.
So here's what our picks look like currently. Minnesota has 11 and 23. They also just gained a second-round pick that isn't showing up here because of, I think, the Kirk Cousins tampering.
Oh.
So that I think is new. That's not showing up here. So they do have that. But I think they're definitely going to trade 11 for 4. And then maybe pick number like a 3rd rounder.
Yeah. And then probably like something next year, like next year's 5th.
Okay, we'll give them a 5th for next year.
Yeah.
And then we'll trade, and then you could even trade like a 6th
give
from
them
this
like a 6th next year or this year or something. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give them like 162.
Yeah, so it's just this pick swap, and then they gain the 3rd round pick as well.
All right. Trade's been rejected. All right. I was assuming that it would go through because I haven't done this yet, but we're going to give them a good trade here. So let's go back and give them a better trade, I guess. All right. So we already said definitely 4-11.
So you're having the Cardinals propose this trade.
Either way, it doesn't really matter, I don't think.
So try the same trade and then see if the Vikings would.
I think the first time I did Minnesota proposed.
Yeah, so
we'll give them since we're just doing the 1st round pick, it doesn't really matter. We'll just give them their 2nd round. Their 2nd round. Minnesota's 2nd.
And then a 5th next year, but do the first 5th.
I think this will go through. What?
Why would Minnesota reject that?
All right, so we'll try this one more time.
Click Minnesota. I got you. I know exactly what to do. I hope.
And then Arizona.
Yeah. Okay, so offer the 11. Offer 108. Offer 230. And then the Cleveland 5th for the 4th.
Let's just try this. If it doesn't work for this, then something's up.
It's rigged. I think you can change that in the settings though.
Okay. Let me try.
Yeah, just restart and we can
I feel like there shouldn't be any issues here. All right, we'll restart. But we already picked who we said that we'll still do who we said. We're just doing this. I'll click on all. Enter.
Oh, that's okay.
There's no other settings. But we'll still stick. Okay, so now we're going to trade.
Okay, you know what? Let's propose a trade and go with whatever it does. If it doesn't accept it, it doesn't accept it. And we'll just pick for the Cardinals. Okay?
All right.
In which case, I know who I think they'd be taking. I think we both do.
I'm just going to give them a first round pick next year, and just because if they turn that down, then it's not going to ever work. And
Right.
Yeah.
And the second. Give them the second too.
Well, yeah, we'll give them.
Yeah, it's the first.
Yeah.
It's literally like it doesn't matter. We're just trying to make him trade.
Okay, it's clearly not going to work.
So they want Marvin Harrison.
All right, we'll give him Marvin Harrison. I guess we're not doing trades in this draft.
I guess not.
All right, that was a waste. Anyways,
all right. So fifth, I think that they go with Malik Neighbors, or they would maybe get like a Roma Dunze. But
I think this is another potential trade back. Spot with Joe Ortiz being the new GM, but he's, he needs to collect. And I don't think that they're really gonna. I don't know. I mean, let's see. Their team needs right now.
Just got another score.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So their team needs are wide receiver, tackle, interior D line, and safety. So they could go Malik Neighbors here. Because they did get rid of basically Mike Williams and Keenan Allen.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely a possibility. But I think that with the depth in this draft class, I think you can see another team trading up, and I think that team could easily be like the Jets.
Yeah.
To trade up to get another wide receiver.
Well, the Jets might be trying to get Brock Bowers at 10. I think they could get him too.
Yeah,
I think
that they definitely need somebody outside of Garrett Wilson.
I mean, Minnesota would still be trying to trade out at this point.
Let's try this. Let's just see if the trades are going to work at all or if they aren't. So let's say that, and we're going to give them their next pick too. We'll even throw in a first for next year, but it's not real. Okay, so we're not doing trades.
Yeah.
All right, so all right, I think they're either going to go Joe Alt or Malik Neighbors here. What do you think?
I'd say probably Malik Neighbors.
All right, let's go there.
I think Joe Alt is a really good shot for the Giants, though.
Yeah, so let's go Giants. They probably would have taken. I think the Giants probably would have taken Malik Neighbors if he were there.
Yeah. So do they go Roma Dunze, or are they smart and go Joe Alt? Because they really, they're only really committed to one more year with Daniel Jones. So unless
I think there's a big possibility for them to go quarterback here.
JJ McCarthy, you really think so?
I think there's a good chance, but I honestly feel like Minnesota is going to trade up to this pick or earlier, like I said, with the Cardinals or the Chargers,
right,
to try to get like a JJ McCarthy. But
since that's not happening, since
that's not happening,
what is this janky freaking mock draft you got?
So you got pretty much the Giants need every position.
Okay, well, they're already paying a quarterback one more year. Is there anyone good coming out next year, quarterback-wise?
This year's draft class is a lot better, I think.
So they'd probably panic and go J.J. McCarthy. I would probably say.
I think it's not a bad idea. But I think they would be better off going O-lineman, but what do you think? O-lineman or McCarthy?
I don't trust the judgment of the Giants. Like, I don't think they think very wisely. They don't use their brains. I think they go J.J. McCarthy if he's there because...
Well, let's not forget that the Giants front office is completely new. This is only their second draft.
Yeah, but they also signed Daniel Jones to like a massive contract. Let Saquon Barkley go. Would you have signed Daniel Jones?
Hey, turn your volume down a little bit, just because I'm hearing some feedback.
How's that?
Test. Sounds good.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I guess we can go. I guess we can go O-line, but I don't trust the Giants, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and say they go JJ McCarthy. What do you think?
I
Think
think
that's
so
right?
too. I think that's probably it. Yeah.
All
They're
right.
not a smart team, dude.
All right. Then we got the Titans up next. They're definitely a wide receiver needy team. They
They
also need
also need
offensive line.
O-line. I think Joe Alt is the no-brainer here, the best tackle on the board. Fell to them at
I
7.
agree. Let's give them Joe Alt. All right. Next, you got the Atlanta Falcons. I think that they're going to get a really sneaky good pick here that
They
no
might
one's
get like
really.
a carry on Arnold, like to pair up with what's his face.
They could, but if I had to pick a player for their team right now, it would be Dallas Turner.
You think so? The edge?
Yeah, I mean, they've pretty much taken care of their offense in free agency, but their biggest concern is pass rush right now, and I think Dallas Turner would really put them over the edge there.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Let's do that. Dallas Turner. So Chicago at 9 would probably get a wide receiver just because they only have Keenan Allen for
Do
1
they
year.
need to?
They only have Keenan Allen for 1 year.
They still have DJ Moore.
Yeah, I think the smart pick would be to add to that O-line or that defense, but
So the Bears' needs are
they also might want to
wide
shine.
receiver, and D line. So right now
I
it's
think that
either
there's a
Roma
Roma
Dunze
Dunze
or
right
Latu.
there. There's a Roma Dunze like right there.
Yep, let's give it to them. They don't need tight end. They got Cole Kmet.
Yeah, and they're gonna have Caleb Williams, so they already got their quarterback.
All right.
All right.
On to the Jets.
They wanted a wide receiver, but Brock Bowers is there, and they can get another wide receiver later. It's a deep wide receiver draft.
Do they need a tight end that badly?
I think their starting tight end is CJ Uzama.
Dude, they need offensive line.
They signed a bunch of offensive linemen this offseason.
They got Morgan Moses and John Simpson. I'm not counting on either of them finishing the season healthy.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe. I don't know. It's the Jets, another really stupid organization.
All right, so here's what I'm thinking. I think they either go. I mean, I don't want to say Brock Bowers because if you think about Aaron Rodgers, when has he ever been big with his tight end? He's never had that. He's more of an outside the numbers thrower.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
I think they're going to go Fuaga here.
Yeah, maybe. Fuaga
I actually don't like Fashanu as much, but I will say he's more of a pass blocking offensive tackle than a run blocking offensive tackle. And if they want more of a pass blocker, that would be their guy to go for. So would you say Fashanu or would you say Fuaga?
I like your analysis there. Let's go Fuaga.
All right. Fuaga to the Jets, and then we're back to the Vikings, who, if they stayed pat here, are still in need of a quarterback.
So would they be?
Let's look at who our best available quarterbacks are right here. You got Michael Penix
and Bo
Nix as your only two that are first round caliber guys.
And you know that all three of these teams in a row are quarterback needy teams.
The Raiders definitely. The Broncos did actually just trade for Zach Wilson today, but I definitely could see them also going quarterback, like you said.
Zach Wilson
who is the Vikings quarterback right now? Did they sign anybody?
I don't know. I don't think they did. Would that make it?
All right, let's go Michael Penix here.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Michael Penix.
All right, Michael Penix. You know who I think
what they really need is a tackle or receiver. They lost Jerry Jeudy. They might lose Cortland Sutton.
Dude, you know who this is going to be?
Who?
I just, for some reason, see this happening. I just see freaking Sean Payton's eyes light up about the thought of Brock Bowers.
Yeah. Who's their tight end right now?
Exactly.
That's right.
I think they got rid of him, whoever it was. So yeah, I'm going to go Bowers here.
Hold on a sec. Yeah, I agree. Brock Bowers. Give me 1 second.
Can you come in and watch people, please?
I'm doing my podcast.
After your podcast.
It's gonna be a while.
It's about to be ready.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not coming in. Hey, there's. All right, sorry about that.
No worries. All right, so next up are the Raiders. Again, they're a quarterback needy team, running back,
Bo Nix.
guard, tackle, interior. You like Bo
It
Nix
would be
for
Bo
him?
Nix or Fashanu, because they have what's his face? They have Gardner Minshew, so like he's a serviceable starter for a year. I think they'd take the tackle.
Okay,
I don't.
Fashanu?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd invest my first round pick in Bo Nix when Fashanu's right there and you need him, you know.
Gotcha.
But that's my thought. What do you think?
I think that
Like,
they're also a team that could easily trade up here earlier into getting a quarterback.
Yeah, I agree.
This is Antonio Pierce's first draft, and I think they got a new GM as well. So the pressure is on them to make a big splash here. So I think they're going to make a splash and go Bo Nix because they need a quarterback.
Okay. By all means, let's see it.
And you know, it's kind of similar to Gardner Minshew last year. Is he's going to be able to mentor a guy. Bo Nix doesn't have to play right away.
Okay.
Bo Nix to the Raiders. Next, we got the Saints.
Fashanu, because what's his face? Their left tackle is like a lost cause. The one they drafted a couple years ago.
Yep, let's go Fashanu.
They would be drooling to see that. The Colts.
Yep.
Ooh. They could go Terrion Arnold, cornerback. Or they could go, I don't know.
I think it's actually from all the listening to podcasts and everything, I've seen that everyone is higher on Quinyon Mitchell.
Is that like analysts though? Because I feel kind of the same way I felt about CJ Stroud last year, where Terrion Arnold and CJ Stroud were the front runners, and then they kind of fell back. Like, I don't get that. Like, I understand the argument, but
the consensus that I've seen is Quinyon Mitchell's number one corner.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know that much about this year's draft. So.
I'm gonna say Quinyon Mitchell here to the Colts.
Okay. We can agree it's a corner though.
Yep. Then you got
Mr.
Seattle.
Mike McDonald's first draft as a head coach. What is he gonna get himself?
I mean, I think they're gonna bolster up this offensive line.
Okay.
Or they could go edge rusher. So they could go Lautanu or Fautanu. I think either of those three.
Well, Fautanu is from Washington. That would be a kind of easy transition. He's a hometown guy. I think that's probably the pick.
Yep.
I think Mike McDonald really already has a pretty good defense to work with. This is a big pick here. The Jaguars need everything.
So their biggest need right now is guard, edge rusher, and DB. I think this is where you see Terry and Arnold go.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they kind of want to get back to that 2017 style of defense that has a really strong D line that they've been building the last few years and a strong secondary that can kind of shut people down.
All right, now we got the Bengals.
I would not be shocked to see them draft a wide receiver here.
All right, so it says their team needs are D tackle, receiver, O tackle, corner, and guard. I think they also probably need a tight end if there was one, but I don't see anybody else worth first round in the tight end department.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think they'd go tackle or wide receiver.
Do they really need tackle though? Weren't they pretty solid at tackle?
D tackle, yeah. I thought
no,
so.
Offensive tackle.
No, I was talking about D tackle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so the number one D tackle is Johnny Newton here from Illinois, and then you have Byron Murphy.
Yeah. I think Byron Murphy playing at Texas might be a little bit more of a alluring pick for the Bengals.
Byron Murphy.
Yeah, that just kind of sounds like a Cincinnati pick. I don't know.
All right, let's go with it.
LA. They need a lot. They might go
Yeah.
Latu.
Corner, edge. Yeah, I think Latu makes too much sense here.
Yeah.
Like you said, staying in town.
Yeah. Okay, Pittsburgh at 20. They're gonna take Amarius Mims right there.
You think so?
Or Latham.
Or another guy that we haven't talked about at tackle that people are talking about is Tyler Guyton at Oklahoma.
That's true. But would they take
any
him
of
at
those
20?
guys, I think. But what kind of style do you think they want? Do you think they want a pass blocker, run blocker, combo guy?
They probably want more of a run blocker if they're choosing between Russell Wilson or Justin Fields.
In that case, I'd probably go Latham, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I
He's
can see
a
that.
monster.
Yeah. In Alabama. The Dolphins, they need a tackle and a guard and a receiver and a corner and a defensive tackle. They need a lot.
I think they need definitely biggest need is guard. But they could go tackle here. Let's see. Graham Barton is a guy that I've seen tied to them a lot, the center/guard from Duke.
Yeah.
I think they need it in the interior more than anything. So let's go with Graham Barton.
Graham Barton, okay. Philadelphia, the Kings of the Draft.
All right. So they need corner. They really need a corner.
Well, Nate Wiggins is there.
I think that makes too much sense.
So is Kool-Aid McKinstry, though.
Nate Wiggins is consensus higher rated than him.
Right.
Than Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
So I'll go Nate Wiggins. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Okay. Now that they got the quarterback, they
Minnesota
have their pick. They could get Johnny Newton from Illinois. He's still there. 23. You don't think they'd be creaming their jeans for that?
So we said, who did we have them already picking? They picked Michael Penix, and that was it.
Michael Penix, yeah.
I think they're going to try to get a receiver here.
Jordan Madison.
I think they're going to try to get a receiver to get them to throw one, to have somebody to throw to.
They have two receivers.
Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, maybe. I guess. Yeah. I mean, he's there. He's good, but I just don't know if they need it as much as they need someone on defense.
Okay.
Like a corner or a tackle. I mean, like, okay, I would say, it'd be Brian Thomas Jr. or Johnny Newton. So
let's go Johnny Newton. Yeah. He's been climbing up a lot of people's draft boards. A lot of people are high on him.
Oh, yeah. It's mostly just because they just drafted a receiver last year. That's kind of my thought.
Yeah. I got you. So then we got Dallas coming up here. They need a center, don't they? Yeah, center and tackle. So they could be an Amarius Mims or
I've heard
Jackson
a lot of
Powers Johnson
around him. There's also Tyler Guyton.
Or Tyler Guyton. I think it's one of those three. Powers Johnson, Guyton, or Mims.
I think Guyton would probably be the one.
All right.
I think Guyton's just kind of like that dude that the Cowboys could put out there.
And just sounds good.
I don't know. He just sounds like a cowboy, like his name. I don't know.
So then we got the Packers here. So I think they might get the steal of the draft here. A guy that has kind of been talked down because of some just the positional play that he's been and the color of his skin a little bit. And Cooper DeJean.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That would be a really
because he played corner in college,
nice
so everyone was like, "Oh, he can't play corner in the NFL. He's a white guy. There are no white corners in the NFL." So he's transitioning to safety. Safety is a need for them. I think this makes a lot of sense.
He could, and he also could.
It could be. I think it's going to be DeJean or Mims.
I think DeJean could be like a Kyle Hamilton kind of player for them.
I agree. Let's go with DeJean. All right, then we got Tampa.
Ooh, well, Jared Verse is there from Florida State. Jared Verse from Florida State.
So there's him, and then let's see if they have who else they got up here. Chop Robinson, who I think is going to drop out of the first round, and
Yeah, and
Darius
then Darius
Robinson. This guy has been on a lot of people's radars
Yeah,
lately,
he's been
going up.
trending up.
So I
still
could
think it's
see
probably Jared
Darius
Verse.
Robinson or Jared Verse.
I'd say Jared Verse. I just think because he's already in state,
All right.
teams tend to like that stuff, you know.
Okay. Let's go with all right, next up, Arizona.
Got their wide
So
receiver.
now they've already gotten receiver. I think they go.
There's a Kool-Aid McKinstry still there.
Oh, let's go back here to all. I think they're gonna need this D tackle position though.
Yeah. Who else
But
left that
the
D
top
tackle?
D tackles already got picked.
Right.
If they were one of those guys, Byron Murphy or the guy from Illinois, Johnny Newton, if either of those guys are there, I think they take them. But since they're not, their next position of need is corner.
That's what I'm
guard.
saying. Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid is right there.
All right, let's go with it. I could also see them taking Chop Robinson.
Maybe.
But let's
Are
go
they?
Kool-Aid.
Yeah. I mean,
Kool-Aid and the Red Cardinals.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, Buffalo.
Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. That or they could get the other D tackle from Illinois, Newton.
Yeah.
Or
Maybe.
I no, Newton's right here.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe like an Adonai Mitchell, but I think Brian Thomas Jr. is better.
All right, let's go with it. And they could be another Cooper DeJean target. If Cooper DeJean falls to them because they did get rid of Jordan Poyer.
That's
and I think
true.
Micah Hyde might be gone. All right, so that leaves the Detroit Lions, who probably would have taken Kool-Aid McKinstry if he were there.
Yeah.
But since he's not,
They could get
they need
Chop
an edge,
Robinson. They could get
corner,
Jordan
D-tackle.
Morgan. A little. Yeah,
They
I
could
think
get a
that for
receiver.
Chop Robinson, I think they're kind of forced to pick him unless they'd probably trade down at that point, actually. But
Chop.
yeah.
All right,
Baltimore.
and that Baltimore Ravens on the clock.
Well, I think it's pretty much.
I think
probably
before we say anything, I think that there's a very, very strong chance that we are trading back from this.
Right. I don't think we're picking night one. I really don't. But
just to put that out there. But since we are not allowed to make trades in this stupid simulator, let's just go ahead and say we do make a pick, and I think it's Amarius Mims.
Yeah, I agree. It would either be him or Adonai Mitchell.
Yeah. Next up, you got the 49ers. They probably are going to, let's see, they need O tackle, corner, D tackle, O offensive guard, or an edge. So I could actually honestly see them also going wide receiver here because
of
Debo's only got 1 year left on his contract, and then you have Ayuk, who's got all these issues off the field.
Yeah.
I think they go Adonai Mitchell.
They could, and that would make a lot of sense in a Shanahan offense. Just another speedy dude to plug into that system, you know?
Let's go with it.
That puts us at
And
32.
then
And that's probably who the Chiefs would have taken.
The Chiefs probably would have taken Adonai Mitchell.
But now they'll have to take Xavier Worthy and live with it.
Xavier Worthy.
There we go.
All right. So here is the full results here of our draft. Caleb Williams to the Bears, Jaden Daniels to the Washington Commanders, Drake May 3, and so on and so forth. And then the Ravens at 30 take Amarius Mims, although we probably are trading out of that pick.
Yeah, there are a lot of trades that would have happened that we couldn't make.
Right. Next.
All right, now let's do the Ravens. And, of course, we can't make trades here, too, so we're just going to pick what's there.
Pick what's there, and we are going to go as fast as it goes. All right, Caleb Williams to the Bears, Drake May to the Washington, Jaden Daniels to the Patriots, Neighbors to the Cardinals, Harrison. I can't say it fast enough. Oh, there's a trade. McCarthy traded up.
Oh,
Amarius Mims at 14.
I'm not seeing what you're seeing. I'm frozen.
Oh, I see. I'm sharing the wrong tab. Let me present to the correct tab.
You should. You want to restart it?
Yeah, I'm going to restart it.
Okay. Ooh. Ah, darn it. It's an out. We're up 2-0. 2 outs at bat, top of the 5th.
All right. Okay, so we're going to go Baltimore. 7 picks. I'm just going to make it slow so I can actually read off the names, so that helps us too. All right, Caleb Williams 1. Washington, Jaden Daniels. Drake May to the Patriots. Just like we said, Marvin Harrison to the Cardinals. Malik Neighbors to the Chargers. Joe Alt to the Giants. I think our trade's been the same, so there we go. Draft. Fashanu to the Titans. McCarthy to the Raiders on a trade.
That's what I was proposing.
The Raiders traded with the Falcons.
Dallas Turner to
the Bears. Brock Bowers to the Jets.
We had the Latu.
The Rams traded up to get Latu.
Yeah.
Odunze to the Saints.
Dang.
Terrion Arnold, 15. You called that one. Quinion Mitchell right behind him to Seattle. Byron Murphy to Jaguars. Yeah. Marius Mims to the Bengals.
Dang.
Penix at 19 for
the
Vikings.
You got that.
We got that.
J.C. Latham.
Nate Wiggins. We had that.
Ryan
Thomas. Oh, the Lions traded up for Chop. Graham Barton. Kool-Aid McKinstry. Tyler Guyton to the Cardinals. Johnny Newton, D-tackle. Makes sense. Cooper DeJean to the Cowboys. Oh, trade. We have 3 trade offers to choose from here.
34.
We trade back 4 picks. That's honestly a really good offer.
Look and see what else, because I like that. I would take that.
This one we're trading back 17 picks, but then that's the only pick we're trading, and then we'll pick up an extra, what? Is that the 3rd round pick?
Yeah.
Very beginning of the 3rd, and then a 5th rounder or whatever.
Yeah. Fifth.
Okay.
Sorry.
And then Seattle, we basically won't have a 2nd round pick either. And they're trading us a 1st and 2nd from next year. I don't think we take that.
No. I think we take the Patriots.
This Patriots makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So let's trade back to 34. All right. Patriots traded with us and got Keon Coleman. All right. We're on the clock.
I think
some more trades. We're not trading with the Bengals.
No. Is that the only one? Yeah, reject it.
That's the only one. Reject it. Right?
Yeah, reject it. We could get a Christian Haynes from UConn.
I think BYU, Kingsley Salmataya makes a lot of sense. I like
you're
that.
Right. You want to do that? Let's do that. What's our next pick? 62. Now, we can try and trade up if there's someone we see that we like.
Yeah, I can pause it and propose trade.
Well, Adonai Mitchell left. I would want to see if we could maybe trade up for like a Christian Haynes or like a Darius Robinson. I think we could get him. No.
Lad McConkey to the Bills.
Did we just get
Jalen Polk? What?
Yeah, we just got another score.
Nice.
3-0.
Xavier Leggett to the Colts. That would have been a guy I liked.
Troy,
a lot of receivers are going off right here.
Well, trade with the Eagles.
Oh, too late. They already picked.
Okay.
I paused it, though.
Well, we're good. We're good then.
Zach Frazier. All right, let me just see. Do the Vikings maybe? Is there anyone that you're seeing here? Malachi Corley is a guy that we actually hosted on a visit, the receiver from Western Kentucky.
Yeah, but we could probably trade with Miami before Dallas. What do the Browns need?
The Browns? I don't know if this shows me what they need. Let me see. They need. I just realized the Browns don't have a first round pick because of that trade.
Yeah, they won't for a while. I don't think.
I don't know who they need.
Let's propose a trade with the Eagles.
Okay. Let's see. I can propose trade with the Eagles for 53.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we going to trade them? 62?
62 and 218,
You think they'll go for it?
maybe.
Propose.
Damn,
Nope.
you are cursed. You can't make trades, dude.
I don't think that was a good trade for them to take anyways.
Okay, what trade would you offer?
I think you got to give them 62 for 53, and you're probably going to have to give them. You're probably going to have to give them 130. See, I don't know if it's worth it to move
I
up
don't
here
think it
because
is.
there's
I think
nobody
we'd
that
ride
we
it
were
out
like
at this
crazy
point.
about.
Let's ride it out then. Let's just wait a couple more picks.
Ororo. Trey Benson running back to the Browns. Chris Braswell, edge from Alabama. Brooks, running back from Texas. Max
We got our
Melton.
guy if we want him.
Oh, we've been offered a trade. That would pretty much take us. We do have pick number like 68.
Yeah, we have 6 more down. I don't think that's a pick that we would take, a draft that
I
we
don't
would
think so
a
either.
trade
And
that
that's
we would
the only
take.
offer. So we're going to reject that.
Yeah, take Malachi Conley.
Corley.
Corley.
Trying to think, is there
Unless
any
we
other
take
position?
Anissa Isaac from Penn
Why do
State.
they say that we need a safety?
I don't know.
That makes no sense.
We could take, because we lost Geno Stone, we could take Isaac. I mean, he's a Penn State guy. Big Ten.
You know what this is, right?
What?
The dreaded second round pick.
Yeah.
You know who I almost like more than Corley though is Roman Wilson.
Yeah. You could. He's a Michigan guy. John Harbaugh.
Ooh, and Ricky Pearsall's right there too.
I actually like Roman Wilson, the Harbaugh connection.
Is there Kalen Carson? No, I think we're on that page. Let's go Roman Wilson. Oops.
Ooh, I don't know.
Malachi Corley went to the Chiefs. Hopefully
we'd be regretting that
regret
immediately.
that. All right, now we're going to be picking for that pick that we traded back for.
Okay. I think
Buffalo, man, they want to trade with us. Reject.
Yeah, that's terrible. Scroll up.
Okay, Isaac is still there from Penn State.
Yeah, he's there. There's also
or you got corner
Carson, dude.
So let's look at these draft reports. Impressive frame, swathing length, and hands, fluid twitched up. 6'4" isn't super big.
No. Caleb Carson.
5'11", 199. Has a receive play boundary.
Can't instantly recognize.
Doesn't have elite speed.
He's good against the screen.
But I want a corner that has elite speed. So I'm going to go with Isaac.
Yeah. With our D-line coach, we can draft an undersized guy and be fine.
Blake Corum. We could have gone Blake Corum there.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone else has picked a running back that I like. Yeah. Oh, Marshawn Lloyd is way down here. This is the guy I like.
Yeah.
We can get him.
Probably get him in the 4th or 3rd round, dude.
If we can get him in the 5th round, that would be great.
Yeah. Come on.
Our next pick is 93.
coming up.
Javon Bullard to the Steelers. Will Shipley to the Texans. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. to the Browns.
If Ricky Pearsall's still there, we might take him.
You think we get another one? Oh, all right. We go back 14 picks, and we get a 4th-round pick next year. And, all right, what's the other one? 7 picks, and we also get 152.
Yeah, take that, if anything. I can lose 7 picks here.
They picked the tackle from Yale.
I think if Pearsall's still there at 71, we do, just because nothing's safe with Bateman, unless there's a guard.
Bucky Irving.
Well, that's a really good
Another 7 picks. And I'm going to go ahead and reject this one just because we already traded back to this pick.
Okay.
Part of me thinks that we could go D-tackle.
Maybe do a Josh Newton from TCU as another corner.
Josh Newton.
Yeah, like more
we do need a corner. Arguably the best senior prospect in the Big 12 this fall. Bigger, physical built. He's a physical corner, but he doesn't have top-notch speed. Should we go with him?
We play in the AFC North.
Where do we go?
Speedy guy.
Tackle.
Maybe like a Tavondre Sweat from Texas. Or like a McKinley Jackson.
I'm just trying to think. We just paid Matabike. Michael Pierce. Pierce has another year. We already Broderick Washington.
Yeah, maybe we just go
Bucky Irving's pretty solid, but he's more of a speedster, which I think we have in Keaton Mitchell.
I think we
get another linebacker.
I think we do take Josh Newton. I think we need a cornerback, and I think that Josh Newton can fit into a good scheme really well.
I like it.
130. Okay, we're about to witness 30 picks. Hey, I'll be right back.
All right. Jerry Rice's. Spencer Rattler to the Vikings. Jordan Travis to the Patriots. 2 teams doubling down at quarterback.
All right, sorry about that.
Didn't miss much. Just some teams doubling down at quarterback.
Really? Like who?
So Jordan Travis to the Patriots.
Spencer Rattler to the
Rattler to Minnesota. All right. We are coming up here. Luke McCaffrey. It's Christian McCaffrey's brother.
Yeah.
All right.
There's also a Mason McCormick. Is he a guard or is a center? It's a guard. Yeah, that's the.
I think this might be our Marshawn Lloyd pick right here.
Yeah, we don't have another. Well, we have one in 22 picks.
I mean, he's in the top 10, and there's a bunch of running backs here. I can just tell you, yeah, I think he's the best one of them.
For us.
And he's a local. He's from Baltimore.
Yeah.
I do think there's a chance we get a safety around this time.
Yeah. Who would be available?
Ooh, I could tell you this guy from Troy is a really good edge rusher, Javon Solomon.
Yeah. I don't know a lot of the depth in this draft.
I just
Okay,
know because we played against him a lot at Coastal.
Oh,
But
I
he just
got
got
you.
picked by Carolina.
We're coming up in a minute.
I could see us. Oh, Jaheim Bell is a decent tight end, but we don't need a tight end. Javon Baker is a guy that I've seen actually mocked to us from UCF.
Yeah.
Then you got a guard from Michigan. Tyke Smith is a safety that is going to be solid. I could see us getting a safety just because.
Go back 16 and then again a pick. No, I don't think we do it. I think we take the safety.
Yeah, I think we do too. You like
or we go Zach
Smith?
Zinter, guard from Michigan. There's Zach Zinter, the guard from Michigan, right there.
Let's look at his. Oh, he doesn't have an info.
Okay.
Neither does Tyke. They just have their height and weight. 5'10", 202, 6'5", 309.
That's a big guard.
There's also this guard from Texas A&M, 6'3", 302. I think we're trying to get smaller, to be honest with you. I think we're
Yeah, kind of like with Linderbaum. Okay, so yeah, take the safety then.
All right.
Tyke Smith.
I've heard good things about him.
How many picks do we have left?
I'm going to guess like 3 or 4.
Okay.
Ooh, Chiefs getting Hampshire running back. Here we are right here at 165, and we can still get that guard.
Okay. Maybe we do then.
Let's see what our other options are. Go corner from Boston College.
We've got Ladarius Henderson, the other guard from Michigan. See a smaller?
6'4", 309. A CFL corner from Toronto.
Yeah.
Let's go with the number 1 best available, Layden Robinson.
Yeah, I think that is a best player available pick right there. Okay, so we don't pick for a minute. Is there a way you can skip ahead?
Yeah, we had a good amount there. There goes Zinter. Oh, the cornerback from the CFL got picked right after our pick.
Yeah. Lions were
Here's the other guard from Michigan.
Not. You better friggin' not.
So we addressed every positional need, I think. Yeah. Except for or we got a receiver.
Who? Which one?
Didn't we? Let's see. Roman Wilson.
Yeah. We could maybe go double dip for a receiver though. Or
let's see if we might want to trade up here. We're probably a little too far away from our pick to trade up right now. Maybe around 200?
Yeah. See who's there.
Oh, Xavier Thomas. He was a beast at Clemson.
Yeah.
We could also double down at corner.
Yeah, I think that's probably what we'll end up doing. Or safety. Trey Taylor from the Air Force.
Don't forget we have our Darius Washington. Also, don't forget we might get a quarterback, Joe Milton.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I think Frank Gore Jr.'s son is projected around this time. Frank Gore's son, Frank Gore Jr.
Yeah.
Oh, Kamani Vidal, he's a beast from Troy. Rasheen Ali is another guy from Marshall.
Do you know if we would maybe go other running back for like kickoffs?
I don't think we will at this point, but I think
or like a linebacker.
You know, if we didn't already make that one pick,
we don't have any linebackers that we've picked so far. Are there any linebackers that maybe we could look at?
That's a good point. Let's look. 244 is the next projected, so no one around where we are picking next.
Well, I think we have one more pick after this, so let's see what that is. Because
I could see a D lineman.
yeah, like a
Chroma
Logan
from
Moore.
James Madison.
Okay. Well, let's see
Or
who's
Logan
there
Lee.
from everyone.
We're up right now.
Okay.
All right.
What do you want to do?
Briggs.
Joe Briggs. Yeah, he's
or
the second
Lee.
best available, and we don't need the tight end.
6'1", 313. Not great. And then 6'5", 280. I think we go with Lee.
Yeah, me too. 250. So we got a 250, so we can go for that linebacker as well.
Yep.
If he's there.
Or we go quarterback.
Yeah. Although I think we'd probably more likely do an undrafted quarterback.
Let's see who's there right now. Austin Reed, he was there. Sam Hartman.
Yeah.
Devin Leary. Pretty good.
Keaton
take any of those guys.
BYU. Oh, Brennan Armstrong from NC State. I only know that name because
Tagovailoa, we could get him undrafted.
yeah. I heard the Dolphins might draft him. I like Talia though.
He's a slinger.
Oh yeah.
He has a stronger arm than his brother, probably.
Yeah, but his brother's better.
Kicker off the board.
Obviously, his brother's better. You know who I hope we get in week 1 this year?
Austin Reed off the board to the Broncos. Rasheed Ali to the Cowboys.
You know who I hope we get in week 1 this year?
Who's that?
I hope we get Buffalo. I want to play Buffalo week 1 because I think they're going to be struggling without any wide receivers, but I think they'll find their stride throughout the year. So I think it'll be fun to play them like week 1.
We are up.
That running back from Troy is still there. So
yeah, but we already got a running back.
So is Ryan Watts.
What's his face from USC?
So is Jackson Mitchell. I'd say Jackson Mitchell or Ryan Watts.
I think we get this Jaquan Shepard, corner from Maryland.
Yeah, hometown hero. Let's do it. Is that our draft?
I believe so. Yeah. Oh, there's only 5 more picks.
I'm interested to see our grade. I will have to go after this, everyone.
Goes Vidal off to the Chargers.
Who is Mr. Irrelevant for the Jets?
Isaiah Williams, wide receiver from Illinois. All right. Here is our draft. So number 1 pick, we traded back to 34, got O-tackle from BYU, Kingsley Suamataia, however you say that, Suamataia.
Yeah.
Then Roman Wilson, receiver from Michigan, edge from Penn State, Adisa Isaac.
Josh Newton, corner from TCU.
Corner, Josh Newton.
Running back, yeah.
Running back, Marshawn Lloyd. Also hometown Baltimore. Safety from Georgia, Tyke Smith. Interior line. Defensive line, corner. So we double down at corner, and we address all of our needs.
I'd be comfortable with that draft.
Yeah, it's not a sexy draft, but Roman Wilson, I think, has potential to be pretty good.
Yeah. And we cover all of our needs. I'm excited. I'm excited for this Thursday, this weekend. So, guys, we are going to have a post-draft something next week. We're going to try and start posting every Sunday for now and then build up as the offseason continues into training camp. Maybe have a few more throughout the week when things ramp up after the draft. But for now, we're going to do Sundays, releasing on Mondays. And please leave your comments, questions, concerns. I know we haven't posted in a while, but we're going to be better about that.
Yeah, definitely. And so, obviously after the draft, it kind of has a little bit of a dead period. So we'll be, as soon as we see news come up, we'll post as much as we can. And the season will be here before you know it.
Yeah. Well,
But
all
for
right,
now,
guys.
let's go O's. We're up 3-0 on the Angels in the bottom of the 6th.
Yep.
And
I'm about to check them out too.
let's go Ravens. Let's go O's.
All right. You have a good night and God bless. We'll see you next week.